we on? Hi everyone, it's Darren. I know that much. It's Wednesday morning, it's brew day, which means that we are just waiting for BrewDog James to turn up, and then we're jumping in the car and we are going to be driving about an hour north to Fraserburgh, which is home to the BrewDog Brewery. Really stoked about seeing that, and really rolling up the old shirt sleeves and getting stuck in. We're going to be brewing the beer today. Actually, it's pretty cool because although there is a kind of general idea of where we want to go with this beer, we're not really 100% sure of the recipe. So James has basically said that I'm allowed to walk around in the store and sort of pick out a few hops. So we'll see what we come up with, but Citra is one of the hops we've been talking about for that little sort of lemon sort of zest and peel sort of notes to the beer. I'm walking around actually talking to you in the middle of a street. I could get run over. This is dangerous stunt work here. And perhaps we'll chuck another few hops into the brew as well. We're not sure, but anyway, it's the dawn of an exciting day. Here we're in the Granite City. Can you see? Everything's grey here, including the sky. But we're looking forward to the day. I'll check back when we arrive in Fraserburgh at BrewDog. See you soon. Are we on?
Yeah, right.
Now. Yeah. Hello everyone, and we're here. We made it. We've come all the way. How many thousands of miles? It's a long way from the frozen north to the frozen north, really. So it's melted a bit. We made it to BrewDog. Standing here with the man, BrewDog James. Thanks very much for inviting us. Thanks very much to you, Patrick, for the costume. I hope you like it. It's a little tribute to, obviously, tactical nuclear pigment. There is a reason. But I think, you know, the first thing we can do is run Brewery.
Well, welcome to Scotland, and this is so this is where we make the beer here. So this is our mash tun and kettle, a very basic system that we can put together ourselves. We can make 50 hectolitre batches here. So single infusion mash tun and a gas-fired kettle, which penguins are very adept at doing that. So I guess today we'll see if we can fit it in this space here. We have just 28 fermentation packs now, and we can do the small ones that are 2,000 litres, the large ones 10 times that size, one outside, and 20,000 litres. So they hold 50,000 bottles, so definitely keeps the bottling guys on their toes. This is imperial stout, which is fermented with a Belgian yeast. Big imperial stout is over 12%. We're just about to age it on some toasted coconut. Fermentation is just getting to the end just now, so it's still fermenting, so a little bit of that sweetness in there is going to be turned into alcohol as it ferments out, but kind of quite interesting flavours, the kind of classic Belgian yeast flavours, and the kind of big dark hops you get in there.
The beer really matches you.
Thank you.
It's a penguin beer. Yeah. So this is what a dry hop beer looks like when it's being dry hops. It's kind of massively cloudy. The dry hops haven't been in here. That was almost 20,000 bottles of beer down the sleeve of my jacket. Yeah, so this is a beer being dry hops and massively cloudy. You can see all the hop particles in there. So what we do is put the dry hops in the top of the tank. We'll let them feed down to the bottom. When they get to the bottom, we blast CO2 in the bottom. We just put the hops into suspension again and lets them fall down. It just increases our contact time. So we'll do that for 5 days. We'll take the fresh dry hops out, then we'll just do the whole thing again. So double dry hopped over 10 days. It's quite cool just now, but you'll see where the kind of big American hop hardcore aroma comes from. It's just an explosion of hops in there.
So they've actually got the particles.
You see the hops. Yeah, you see the hops in there. Kind of. Yeah. That is
we
hops.
can see it.
During fermentations, I'm sure most of the viewers know, the yeast eats the sugars and the proteins and turns it into alcohol, but it also turns it into CO2. So we get the production of CO2 during fermentation. So these are quite a cool little gadget here. It's to monitor how well the fermentation is going. So we can fill this with water, and if we tweak this open,
you're going to get your bubbles.
yeah. Yeah, so you see this bubbling away, and that's the production of CO2 during the fermentation. So this is one of the American hops that we're using in here, which is Cascade, which is a famous American hop. Works fantastically well in kind of pale ales and IPAs. It's kind of citrus, orange, lemon, lime, just kind of fresh zesty fruit flavours, which work amazingly well in a IPA. Also quite high in alpha, so it can impart a good bit of bitterness and give a beer a good bit of backbone as well. And I guess it's a hop made famous by Sierra Nevada pale ale.
So do you only ever, do you use pelletized hops? Is it only ever?
We use pelletized hops, some in the kettle and some in for dry hopping. Most of what we use is whole flour, but we do use pellets. Okay. And what we find that these hops are very buoyant, so if we try and use these for dry hopping, they just kind of stay in suspension at the top of the tank, and then we don't get the contact time that we're... So this is the malt that's the backbone of the beers that we make here. This is a Margasar cocktail. Yeah. So this is Punk IPA is 100% in this malt. The beer that we're going to make today is going to be about 90% in this malt. So it's that kind of classic English.
Smells like breakfast cereal.
Yeah.
It smells wholesome. Very delicately roasted, isn't it? Very delicate. Almost. Yeah, very light music for cereal. Love it.
Yeah, once you get it coming out of the mash tun, it's a nice way to start your day. It's sweet, hot.
What happens to all your mash? What happens to all your the grist stuff?
A local farmer comes in and he picks it all up and feeds his cows with it. Hopefully gives them a bit of a massage as well. Then we can have a Kobe, Aberdeen, Angus, which I'm excited about.
They're very happy cows around here.
I would hope so. So after we've made the beer, after we've dry hop the beer and it's ready to be packaged, we do all the packaging on site. So a lot of small beer companies, they make the beer, then they send it somewhere else to be packaged, and then you just lose control over the process. It gets pasteurized, it gets filtered, and you end up with a beer that doesn't taste anything like the beer that they ship. So we were keen to have our own bottling line and do the packaging on site.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is that... There's no more!